Alright, I'm on hole number 3 of the Celtic Cup tournament. I'm in Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Golf Clash Notebook doesn't have this stuff up yet, even though it's Wednesday, so I'm assuming they aren't getting images or something from Playdemic. There's some kind of issue there. Now I want to bring, if I can get up into the spot where I want to get, that's the question. If I can get all the way up into that spot, I'd really like to bring my Guardian. With my sniper, there's a sand trap up there by the green, and really on your second shot, you want to be hitting and you want to be past with your second shot. You want that first bounce to be past the sand trap so that you can eliminate that sand trap from play. If you can get way up in that hole, you can get it down with the upper developed sniper, but if you've got a Guardian, it's going to hit just its distance is a little bit better. And it's got pretty good ball guide. Now, if you've got lower developed clubs, you're definitely going to want to bring a big dog. Now, if you can get way up in there, you can use your Viper, but if you're having a hard time getting over to that first fairway, a big dog will help you. You almost can't go wrong with a big dog, other than the fact, because it's got everything except for ball guide and accuracy. It does get, when it's upper developed, its accuracy is like a extra mile, so it'll be something you're used to, but it never really does develop ball guide. It gets some, but it never gets a lot. Alright, so we got a Titan, quarterback, Guardian. Alright, that's the stuff we need. Let's open up this pin chest, get another one rolling. Looking for rocks. I'm 56, 54 cards away from getting my rock maxed out, and when it gets maxed out, it becomes a very viable club that you could use on any hole. It hits dead center right between a quarterback and an extra mile, and it's 100% accurate, so there's a ton of holes that you could use a rock on. Okay, I'm going to be 5 rings out max. Now ask yourself, why am I 5 rings out? I'm 5 rings out because I'm trying to standardize this shot. And I'm trying to standardize it because I don't want to come in here and go, I'm going to use half curl. What's half curl? I want to use max curl. And hit it great to the left. So with your clubs, now I hit it great to the right last time, and it was fine, so let's see if great to the left is fine. Great to the left is fine. So the 5 ring out is how I'm going to play that shot. That way I can be in a consistent spot. I'm at 347. So if I like this spot right here, I can replicate that by doing that exact same setup. So with whatever club you have, the whole goal is, if you're using curl, whenever you put the word curl into a shot, that's a huge variable, because it's hard to replicate. What's a third of curl? What's 3/4 curl? What's half curl? You know, can you get half curl and be in the same exact spot on in your shot every single time? Maybe. But you can do max curl, and you can replicate that over and over and over and over and over again. Because max curl is easy. No curl is easy. Those two are repeatable, but anything in between there, if you're using curl, is not necessarily repeatable. So instead of coming to a shot like this and going, I'm going to put on half curl, I'm trying to see if I can standardize it. So the whole goal is to put yourself in a spot up there so that you have a second shot and you don't end up like my opponent in the drink or in the rocks. Slicing to the right, I'll get that done. Alright, see where my red line is. Alright, I got plenty of room here. I'm right at the red line. I'm going to try and just guide it to the hole. I got a couple backspin, couple side spin there, and I've got my blue ring up against the rough. So I've got a 3-2. I'm going to do just normal adjustments and then see what happens. There's 3-6. So we're 4 off from that. That's about 2 2/3 rings. And we just need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. So we should get a pretty good read here on our adjustments. pretty close. Maybe a little teeny bit more backspin. If that would have been on the cup, there's a good chance it would have bounced out. And if it hit the flagpole, it would have bounced off. So I'm going to write down on my notes here. Blue ring. I'm going to do 2.5 backspin, 2 left side spin. And my notes are all jumbled up, but I'm going to go through and create a new note sheet tonight. I'm watching, what I'm doing is I'm watching the practice round video, and then I'm coming in here and shooting it since we don't have access to Golf Class Notebook. We don't have anything on there to help us out. And I'll go through and do a combined where I watch both again tonight, and then I will create a new note sheet. The last 2 tournaments, I actually overplayed before the tournament started, and I was completely burned out by the weekend round. I smoked it out in the opening round. I went into the last 2 tournaments. Last tournament I went into the weekend round. I was the #1 qualifier in the weekend round in my weekend bracket. I had everybody in the bracket beat with tiebreakers, and I ended up coming in 4th. I just could not pick up. All I needed was one more shot, and I'd have won that tournament, and I could not pick up that shot. And the tournament before is the same way. I came in, I would think I was like in the top 5 in qualifiers, and all I needed was one shot and just could not pick it up. I was just playing really flat. I was really good in the opening rounds. And so I'm hoping that with a little less practice this week, by the time we get to the weekend round, I'll be all fired up. Sometimes you peak too early. I mean, you hear it with professional athletes when they're doing those types of sports, and it is true. All right, that was hole number 3 of the Celtic Cup tournament in the Wednesday qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.